Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. Today we're looking at my all-time favourite class in the game, the Necromancer. This is the Season 19 Necro Starter Guide. Now, the season begins on the 22nd of November. Absolutely can't wait. We've only got a few days to go. Getting very excited for it. Now, the season is going to be the season of Eternal Conflict, and we're going to get extra damage, more move speed and loads of fun kill streaks when we kill enemies. This will stack up through rifts and greater rifts and key farming. And when at 1000 stacks we'll be doing double damage and have 50% extra move speed. It pairs really well with a very nice push build for the Necro, as well as pretty much with all of the Necro speed farm. And it also importantly goes really well with the Hadrig's bag, which for this season is going to be the Rathma set. Now, when we were testing this, guys, we were doing GR80 in about 4 minutes. That was with no main stat Paragon. Although one thing I would say about Rathma, it is a bit squishy, so you do have to manage your toughness. But hey, it's Necro. Now, in this guide we'll go over how to spend your challenge rift bag. This is absolutely amazing for the Necro. It's so easy. You've just got multipliers galore. We're going to give you a plan at 70 to get your 6-piece bonus as soon as possible, make you a lot more powerful instantly. We're going to give you a nice build that will clear GR70, T16, and after that we're going to check out a really nice speed build that we've got on the channel for the Necro using the mages, and also talk about pushing. But guys, same as the last few ones, this isn't a leveling guide. If you do want one of those, there is a link in the description, so go check that out. And before we do jump in, I want to welcome anyone who's new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, guys, a like is appreciated. And one final thing, guys, Level with the Cause is going again this season, so the guys are working really hard to try and raise some money for Save the Children. If you do have any spare dosh, or even if you just have some time to give to the guys, go over, check the website out, go support somebody who's streaming opening weekend. It really does mean a lot to them, so thanks in advance. So let's jump into the guide. Now, the challenge rift bag for the Necro is really easy. You're going to go for two-handed size because there are only 4 options. Now, in order of probably best to worst, I'd say the Blood-Tide Blade is number 1. You've got Nair's Black Death number 2, the Shadow Hook for number 3, and the Maltorious Spike for number 4. So the Blood-Tide Blade will give you a massive Death Nova damage increase because this applies for every enemy within 25 yards. If you find this one, you will be able to jack the Torment difficulty up really high, go to the Halls of Agony and blast skeletons apart and restart the game. And you can also do it on the Fields of Misery, but it's a little bit harder because you've got goat men chucking things at you. Now, it's not the most engaging way to level, but it is really quick, and this is definitely a super powerful item. So if you do get this one, lucky you. But obviously if you do jack the torments up, you're going to die a lot, so don't do that on hardcore. Just use the weapon to wreck normal content. Now, next is the Nair's Black Death. I really like this one because it's up to you how many poison skills you get on your bar. I'd probably aim for about 3. Necro does have some nice poison options. Any more than that, you're probably compromising utility a little bit too much. And bear in mind that if you move from a 300% multiplier up to 4, you're only really increasing your damage by a little bit. It's not doubling again. You know, the multipliers don't scale that way. So I'd probably try and get 3 on and then obviously take it from there. But always you can move that up and down, take poison skills off if you feel like you want more utility, and add more on the bar if you just want the raw damage. Now, next, another really nice one is the Shadow Hook. This will pretty much give you a double damage modifier. It's nice because it's flexible and it just goes with anything. And Bone Spikes also generates additional essence, and that's really handy because when you are leveling, resources generally are a problem, so stick Bone Spikes on the bar, and this one's pretty good. Now guys, the Maltorious is a bit rubbish. Now, the multiplier looks great, it's like 700%, really big, but the problem is Bone Spear's got quite a high essence cost. It's a single target skill. There is a rune you can pick to turn it into a little mini multi-shot, but even then I personally found that doesn't really hit very hard. So I really don't like this one for leveling, but you know, if you get it, you've got to work with it, and it's still better than nothing at the end of the day. Now, in terms of shards, you've got 2 choices. You can roll gloves and go for Grasp of Essence, and if you do that, you'll have over 85% chance of finding them. Now, the other thing you can find is the Skeletal Mage Ring. Now, you've got 37% chance of finding this if you splash all your blood shards on it, because there are 2 rings in the pool, so this is one of 2 options, plus rings are more expensive than gloves. Now, how you choose between those 2 is up to you, but what I would probably do is, if I got the Blood-Tide Blade, I would just risk it for the ring, because you won't need more than a multiplier than Death Nova on this. It's enough to get you to 70, you don't need the gloves. But if I did get the Nair's or the Rylena Shadow Hook, I probably would roll the gloves, and I'd look to stick on Close Quarters, which is the most damaging rune on Corpse Explosion. And to be honest guys, Corpse Explosion is a lot of fun for leveling. It's a very visceral, explosive skill, and I do like it a lot. And same goes for the Maltorius. If you do find this, you will be generating corpses when you do kill stuff, so I'd be using the gloves to blow it up. So pretty much I probably would go for the ring only if I got a Blood Tide. But the thing with the ring is it synergizes so well with the Rathma set that if you want to go for it, you can. It's absolutely fine, and it really is a judgment call. But just remember, if you've got a spare character slot, you can always roll another level 1 Necro and come and get this once you do get to 70 and once you get your Rathma pieces sorted out. So if you do have any spare shards knocking around, I'd probably go for a Leoric's Crown at level 1 as well, because it will give you extra XP whilst leveling. When you get to 70, you can stick it in the cube and it's extra cooldown, and Necro just loves cooldown, so it's a pretty handy item to get. So one thing I wouldn't do guys, I wouldn't bother rolling an Iron Rose even if I got a Blood Tide Blade. I did that in the Necro's Let's Play and it just seemed like a bit of a waste, because we're obviously going to use the two-handed leveler trick to get a weapon with reduced level requirement. So I ended up only playing with this for about 20 minutes and it went in the stash for the rest of the way. So I wouldn't bother, I think it's a waste of shards. So go for the Skeletal Mage Ring if you get the Blood Tide, or go for a Leoric's, but don't bother rolling for this, I don't think it's worth it. Now once you get to 70, there are 3 things you can do to make your Necromancer very powerful. If you run some rifts, your first one you will get a Bane of the Powerful. This is a nice 20% damage buff. And then generally speaking, second or third should pop out as the Legacy of Dreams gem. Even at rank 10 this will give you up to a 500% multiplier and 26% damage reduction. Necro's squishy, so the 26% damage reduction is very handy, and Necro's just got so many easy multipliers to get in the loot pool. You can build yourself something pretty strong off the Legacy of Dreams, and this is important because we'll go through the Rathma bonuses and they're not that great, to be honest. Now the other thing you can do is you can go and kill Malthael at level 70. He'll drop the plans for Reaper's Wraps. This is fantastic from the Necro, particularly if you do get the Circle of Nilu's Vol Ring, because what Necro has is a passive called Life from Death. When you consume corpses, you have a chance to spawn a health globe. When you pick up the health globe with Reaper's Wraps, you get more resource and you can just pump loads of mages out. So I would definitely go and get these braces as soon as you find a Circle of Nilu's Vol Ring. And as I say, you can go do it at 70 anyway, because you want legendary items to get the most out of your Legacy of Dreams bonus. Now the reason I'd take a little bit of time and get the Legacy of Dreams gem is because the 2 and 4 piece of the Rathma set I don't think are very good. The 2 piece surely will get reworked soon because Army of the Dead is an unused skill, so that's a waste. And the 50% damage reduction on the 4 piece I don't think is particularly good. It's not worth taking up 4 slots and taking Legacy of Dreams off. So for me that's what I'd be doing. Now if you're in a group and you're all organised, it might just be simply better to get the season journey done, but I would go for the Legacy of Dreams gem just because it's going to help you out. Now the 6 piece Skeletal Mage will deal up to 4000% depending on the number of mages that you get out. That's obviously pretty huge, and you will want to swap over to the 6 piece as soon as you get it. Now at level 70 I'm going to start spending blood shards on a Scythe of the Cycle, so a one-handed scythe. There's only 4 in the loot pool, and this one has a pretty big multiplier for Skeletal Mage or any other secondary skill, so you can do Death Nova and Blood Tide with this. It will hit like an absolute truck. And the other one that you could find is a Tragul's Corroded Fang. Again, this has got a nice multiplier on it. You just need to stick a curse on your bar, so probably Aura of Frailty is the easiest, but either one of them will give you good damage buff, and you're really looking for the Scythe of the Cycle to set up your mage build. Then I'd start rolling 2-handed scythes, again looking for the Raylina's Shadow Hook if we didn't find one whilst we were leveling. This will give us a lot of damage for the mages. Once we get the Circle of Nilu's Vol, this Scythe of the Cycle and Rathma setup, we'll be doing loads of damage and the game will become an awful lot easier for us. So next up on the DB spending, we're going to go for rings. We're looking for a Crispin Sentence. We also might want to pick up a level 70 Circle of Nilu's Vol, albeit we will try and get this with shards by rolling a level 1 Necro, which we'll get to in a minute. But also you could find yourself a Convention of Elements, that'll give you a nice damage boost as well, or maybe a Puzzle Ring, which you could put in the cube to get a Boon of the Hoarder, and that would mean that setting up a T16 build, you wouldn't have much problems with toughness, because you can get a gold wrap pretty easily. So when it comes to shards, I would roll a level 70 offhand and get one, just because it gives a pretty nice damage increase and it's not going to be that hard to find. I would then roll a level 1 Necro and try and get a level 1 Circle of Nilu's Vol and stick it in my cube, which would obviously be really good for mages. As you build any other multipliers, that would be great. As soon as I find a Boon of the Hoarder, I'm going to use my level 1 Necro again to get a gold wrap and pop that in the cube. I'll move then on to a Tasker and Theo. This will give us a nice damage buff to the mages. We do use it for the GR push and also for the GR speed, and it can also go in the cube for the T16 variant, so it's a pretty useful item to have. After that I go boots, because Stewart's Greaves, these are seriously one of my favourite items in the game. You run so fast with them on, it just makes playing the Necro absolutely lovely. And then I'd probably start putting my shards into rings, just to make sure that I get this Crispin sentence as soon as possible, because it's so important. But you could also go Nemesis braces, and again it depends how much you're relying on your Reaper's wraps, and they'll do you fine until you pick up a pair, so Nemesis I'll probably put at the end. Now another thing to do is to start doing bounties, because you're going to want to pick yourself up a Captain Crimson set for the GR version. Now you also will need a Ring of Royal Grandeur to do this, and always guys, an Avarice Band is super handy for key farming, particularly when you're based off a set. Now it will depend on your RNG as to whether you want to set up a GR one or whether you want to swap to Legacy of Dreams, because ultimately that's where you're going to end up, because Legacy of Dreams will hit over twice as hard as the Rathma build once it's fully juiced up, and also it's got really good flexibility. Now in terms of speed farm, I'll link you to the God Mode Mages guide. That was shredding GR85 pretty easily. Again, with the season theme juice, that will go even further. It's a lot of fun to play, you do feel very powerful with it. Now I will make a Legacy of Dreams push build guide at some point. A few people have asked me, so guys, it is on the to-do list. There's just obviously a lot of new stuff in the game. I will get to it, I promise, in the next couple of weeks. So again, I'll put that link in description when it's done. But the real question is, when do you swap off Rathma and when do you go on to Legacy of Dreams? Now if you're not going to bother to find the Crimson set, you're looking for around when your Legacy of Dreams is probably at about 3,500 or above percent wise, and that's simply because the Legacy of Dreams version is much more flexible. You can take any gear piece you want, you can take Andariel's Visage for extra physical damage, it's easy to get the Serra plate on there, it's easy to get the Tasker and Theo, so I'd be looking to hop off even if the damage was a little bit lower than the Rathma, and obviously you scale that up as you go, and once you get over 4,000% on your Legacy of Dreams gem, well, it's just easy street, and it's definitely better than Rathma at that point. So obviously you need to bear that in mind as to how much time you want to invest in bounties going for the Crimsons. So if you want to just completely get rid of that and not bother, that's absolutely fine. You can just bypass Rathma GR and go on to Legacy of Dreams. But bear in mind guys, Rathma is really quick, it is strong, so if you can get into a public group and get these plans, I do think it is worth your while. So the only gear piece we haven't talked about guys is an amulet. Obviously craft yourself a Hellfire if you don't find a decent one pretty soon, and then again, once your DBs, once you've got your Crispins, move on to amulets. Flavour of Time is really nice for speed farming and for pushing, to be honest, and the squirts will do you okay, albeit because you are so squishy, it's a little bit dangerous to use as a Necro, and you can get flattened pretty easily. So that's the starter guide done guys, pretty easy one I think for Necro. There's not that much RNG involved, the loot pool is very tight, the only pain in the arse you've got is the Crispins, and say your prayers to RNGs guys, it will pop for you very early. Next up we've got the Crusader as per the community tab vote, so guys if you do want ever any input on the videos, do come subscribe, check out the community tab, we do votes for what we're going to run next and that sort of thing. But other than that guys, I wish you all the best for season 19, I hope RNGesus is very kind to you. Catch you in the next one, peace.